The Q Radio Pets Corner.
With Brandy Dog Food, because they're 100% family. You know you're giving them the best.
Q Radio. Q Radio.
Welcome to Pets Corner with me, Sharon Jennings. Coming up in today's show, we get good tips on how to keep your dog calm and safe from all the Halloween festivities tonight, and our dog behaviourist gives us sound advice on issues that might come up when you rescue a dog.
The Q Radio Pets Corner.
Q Radio.
So tonight's a great night for festivities and seeing firework displays, but for some it's not that comfortable. I'm talking about our animals, particularly dogs, who may get quite frightened and scared by all the noise. And joining me is Ronnie Millsop, who's the campaigns manager with the Dogs Trust, with some good tips on how to keep our dogs safe and calm. You're very welcome, Ronnie.
Thank you very much for having me on your show.
So Ronnie, it can be a very difficult time tonight for our animals. So what would be your tips to keeping a dog A, safe and B, calm?
Absolutely. This is every year we do get telephone calls from dog owners asking for advice with regards to fireworks. So the advice that we would have and give to dog owners is to make sure your dog is inside the house, that your blinds and curtains are drawn and the dog feels secure, got its bed and put on calm music and interact with your dog. But don't make a fuss. Just basically let it calm in an area of the house where it's familiar, but don't let your dog outside. Very, very good time to ensure that your microchip details are up to scratch and that your dog has its collar and tag on, so that if it does escape the house because it's nervous, the dog warden will come across it and be able to contact you and get the dog back to you safely. Take precautions, take your dog inside, make sure it's fed early, have your walk early as well, so that once the fireworks start, your dog's fed, walk and calm.
Ronnie Millsop from the Dogs Trust, thank you very much.
Thank you.
The Q Radio Pets Corner.
Q Radio.
Remember, Brandy Dog Food has teamed up with Stenaline to give away 50 return crossings to the UK for your car, dog and 4 passengers. Pick up special promotion packs of Brandy and enter at brandydogfood.com or on Facebook.
The Q Radio Pets Corner.
Q Radio.
Many people who are introducing a new animal into their home opt to go to one of the sanctuaries and get a rescue animal. Now, this can bring its own problems with it because sometimes you don't know what the background of the animal is or what their life story is. And joining me is Dr. Sarah Millsop, animal behaviourist. You're very welcome, Sarah.
Oh, thank you for having me, Sharon. It's always a pleasure.
Now, Sarah, it's a fantastic thing to adopt a rescue dog and give it a home. But if a dog has had experiences of ill treatment, are there any issues particularly you should be looking out for to help that dog settle into your home?
Well, definitely. I mean, as you say, it's a wonderful thing to adopt from a rescue centre. There are so many dogs that just need a patient and understanding owner to give them a chance of a really happy life. But of course, as you've said, many rescue animals can be traumatised by their past. So we do tend to see a trend for rescue animals having maybe higher levels of anxiety than some other animals, and also having quite a high incidence of separation problems. So they get over-attached to their new owners and can find it very difficult to cope without them. And this is really because they may not have had the opportunity to bond with anybody during their early life and during those traumatic experiences. Or they've been in a situation where the person that they're attempting to bond with hasn't treated them very well.
So, Sarah, from a practical point of view, to make that dog feel secure and to kind of limit those behaviours you've just spoken about, what can you do?
Well, I think it's definitely about trying to be as patient as you possibly can, to provide a consistent environment and to provide a lot of love, a lot of reassurance, to make sure that animal feels safe in the home that you've brought them into. And so really it's about not expecting too much from that animal too soon. What we should be trying to do is make sure that that animal is happy. And some of the ways that we can do this are things like reward-based training. So find out what they like, and then start to build their confidence by asking simple things of them and rewarding them well when they get it right. It's also about control of the environment, making sure that they have somewhere safe that they can go, and really just about letting them be who they are and rewarding well when you see the behaviours that you want to see.
And I know many owners who have got rescue dogs, and they say that it is one of the most rewarding relationships they've ever had with an animal. Dr. Sarah Millsop, thank you very much.
The Q Radio Pets Corner.
With Brandy Dog Food, because they're 100% family.